Please share what you are discussing. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. I was doing a few things. I created a
Sir,
space. Mm.
Renu has a confusion regarding number 4 and number 5 question sentence.
Question
Like
number 4.
and 5, like what skills she had to learn. So here
Uh,
she doesn't get it.
Stop moving the chairs. It's making a noise.
My question is, can we use had to or have to with present perfect tense like has to, he, my, like.
Good question. Give me a second. Hello. Yes, Russian. I haven't checked the photo, but I'm going to. Just give me a second. I'm actually in the class right now. That's why I'm not responding. So, okay. But I'm just going to respond. Okay. Give me a second. Just give me a second. You sent me the picture, right? Yes, I will just check. Yes, Ankush? Okay. ठीक है चाहिए. Okay, friends. So your question was about the text that you read, or you're asking me about has have. Okay, got it. Look, have to, has to, you know, can be used in all tenses. Can be used in all tenses. It can be used in the simple tense. I have to do this. It can be used in the continuous. I'm having to do this. A temporary obligation. I'm having to wake up early these days. I'm having to work harder these days. I hope everybody understands what I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Having to do this, it means it is a temporary, obligation. It's not a permanent obligation. Alexander, you understand? I'm having to. It is the month of February. We have a an eye checkup camp planned tomorrow at school, and then we have to conduct our exam as well. Then we have to prepare for Holi as well, and then perhaps I don't know whether you know this or not. My wife is expecting a baby, and the baby is due in the first week of March. So many things are on my plate right now. So I'm having to work really hard. Okay, I'm having to work really hard. Now, this is a temporary thing, continuous. Past simple, you know, I had to, when I was a child, when I was a child, I had very rough heels. My soul was very, very dirty, and I had to hide my feet. I had to hide my feet from people, because I felt so embarrassed about my feet. They were not clean and pretty. Okay. So I had to past tense. Similarly, present perfect. Have you ever had to? Have you ever had to? Okay. Have you ever had to respect those people, publicly show respect to those people who you don't really respect? Have you ever had to do it? Have you ever had to stay up all night? Have you ever had to stay up all night? Now think about what I'm saying. Have you ever had to stay up all night? कभी ऐसा करना पड़ा है? कभी ऐसी मजबूरी आई, ऑब्लिगेशन आया है? Have you ever had to stay up all night? So this is present perfect. Have you ever had to? This is why we study this structure have to. It's so late here at the pre-intermediate level. The reason why we study it late, because we want to have a clear understanding of what tenses are, so that once you learn have to, you can use it in all those tenses. I've never had to cook for myself. What does it mean? I've never had to cook for myself. मुझे
I
कभी
never cooked.
नहीं, ऐसी कोई मजबूरी नहीं रही आज तक मेरे पास कि मुझे खुद के लिए खाना बनाना पड़ा हो. This is what it means. I have never had to. I want to tell you something. कई बार लोग अपने माइंडसेट से समझते हैं इंग्लिश को. हिंदी और इंग्लिश को जब रख के देखते हैं ना पीपल, तो उनको कभी इंग्लिश का रियल चैलेंज नहीं समझ में आता. प्रॉब्लम कहाँ है, कैसे क्लियर होती है प्रॉब्लम्स. ठीक है. कई लोग इस सेंटेंस को अप्रिशिएट नहीं कर पाएंगे. दोज हु हैव स्टडीड और टॉट इंग्लिश फॉर 10 years, इवन दे कैन स्ट्रगल विद दिस सेंटेंस. कौन सा सेंटेंस बोल रहा हूं मैं? I have never had to cook for myself. ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ है कि मुझे खुद के लिए खाना बनाना पड़ा हो. आप सुनो. I don't have to cook for myself. मुझे खुद के लिए खाना नहीं बनाना पड़ता है. I don't have to cook for myself. Repeated obligation वाला, present simple वाला. I'm not having to leave home in the morning these days. I'm not having to, नेगेटिव में जा रहा हूं. मुझे नहीं करना पड़ रहा, मुझे घर से बाहर नहीं जाना पड़ रहा है सुबह में आजकल. I'm not having to leave home early morning these days. तो ये आपने ये जो टेक्स्ट है ना, we are going to read the text together, guys. Okay? So allow me to share the screen with you and let's read together. Okay? देखो बेटा, फिर से बताता हूँ आप सारे लोग को, ऑल माई स्टूडेंट्स, आपकी फ्लुएंसी एंड कॉन्फिडेंस, दीज थिंग्स आप खुद सुनते रहो, लेकिन जो क्लैरिटी है ना अंडरस्टैंडिंग की, दैट कम्स बिकॉज यू हैव grown up, okay, and you haven't had that kind of training of English, so these things will matter. Okay, so let's read and benefit. The tough world of two Hollywood stunt women. The tough world of two Hollywood stunt women. The introduction first. Being a stunt double is a risky job for both men and women. Being a stunt double is a risky job for both men and women. We are not saying it is only difficult for men or only difficult for women. It is difficult for both men and women. What is difficult? Being a stunt double. It's a risky job. Jumping through glass, crashing into cars, and falling down stairs is no easy day's work. But for stunt women, it is even more dangerous. Jumping through glass. Can you picturize it? Look at this picture. Jumping through glass. Can you see this woman? Jumping through glass. Okay, pictures help you understand the meaning of the word. Jumping through glass. Crashing into cars. Crashing into cars. You come and crash into cars, okay? Crashing into cars, falling down stairs. In many films, you have seen actors falling down the stairs. These things are not easy to do. to perform. But for stunt women, it is even more dangerous. Dash. Now you will have some more details of it. They often have to do these stunts wearing high heels and a mini skirt. Now you understand why it is more dangerous. Because they often have to, women often have to do these stunts wearing high heels and a mini skirt. Because in most Hollywood films, this is what the actresses wear, high heels and mini skirts. And the stunt women also have to wear the same things while performing these actions, these stunts. While men, they don't have to wear mini skirts. How is it more dangerous? Because when you are wearing mini skirts, your skin is exposed, so you are more likely to get hurt. While men, when they perform stunts, they can wear trousers, and under the trousers, they can have padding, and that padding can save them from bruises, from damage, from accidents, from dangerous injuries. This is why women's job is more difficult. Being a stunt woman is more difficult, more dangerous than being a stunt man. Just simple explanation. Men and women usually earn the same money. Here there is no disparity. This lack of equality is called disparity. Okay. There isn't disparity when it comes to the salary of stunt men. They usually earn the same money. But in New Zealand, stunt women earn more than stuntmen. In most sports and movies and jobs, women earn less than men. But when you are a stunt woman in New Zealand, you will earn more than a stuntman. They recognize, they who? People in New Zealand, those who have related to this field, they recognize. They recognize here means they realize. Okay, recognize here is a synonym of realize. They recognize that women can't wear as much protective clothing, and that's why they should be paid more. Protective clothing, leather, they have to show skin. Girls have to show skin in movies. So stunt women also have to wear the same way. They have to dress up the same way. And that's why, they get paid. So the introduction is over. Do you have any questions about the language of the introduction, guys? Protective clothing now. Hey, Dolly.
Hello, sir. Sorry, I was sleeping.
Uh-huh. I have a question for you that we were discussing earlier.
Okay, sir.
Can we use have to in the present perfect form? Does it sound like a theoretical question which you're not comfortable with? If that is the case, I can make it sound more practical and I can give you a situation where you have to use have to.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So you see, you want to express कि ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ है कि आपको अकेले रहना पड़ा हो. ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ है कि आपको अकेले रहना पड़ा. How will you express this? And you have to use have to. Okay. So have to कैसे यूज करेंगे? Because again, या बोलिए कि मुझे कई बार अकेले रहना पड़ा है, मुझे कई बार अकेले ट्रैवल करना पड़ा है. पड़ता है is different.
Yeah, it never have happened to leave me alone. It never had happened where I live alone, I think.
Well, try, Dolly, as you are a very clever person. You used your understanding of English to express it in some ways. However, the purpose of this unit is to tell you how native speakers of English or people who are fluent in English normally express this idea. Who will try? ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ है कि मुझे अकेले रहना पड़ा हो या मुझे
I've,
अक्सर कई बार अकेले ट्रैवल करना पड़ा है.
I've never,
I have
I've
never
never,
had to
I have never had to stay
live
alone.
stay
Live
alone
alone. I've
alone.
never had to live alone. I've never
Live
had to
alone.
live alone. I have never had to live alone.
Live
How
alone.
many lesser number of words we used here? To notice this. We have used very few words, Dolly, to express this idea. I've never had to live alone. मुझे कभी अकेले रहना नहीं पड़ा है. I have never had to live alone. और मुझे कई बार अकेले ट्रैवल करना पड़ा है.
I have had to travel many times
I
alone.
have often had to travel alone.
Lovely. I've often had to travel alone. I've had to travel alone several times, multiple times, many times, depending on what you mean frequency, several, many, yeah. Several is not as frequent as many. Many means a lot. Several means a few, yeah. कई
Sir,
बार.
actually, I have to ask you something. If I mean to say that if she means to say, I must travel alone for my shooting. We can use must also.
Iksha, because we have discussed this and this is what we are studying, must, okay? Must suggests strong advice, strong recommendation, strong suggestion. When somebody, suppose Iksha is very nervous traveling alone, then her father can motivate her saying, Iksha, you must travel alone. It will boost your confidence. It will help you learn a few things. You must travel alone. So Iksha's father will say that. Iksha herself can also say, I must travel alone. Suppose Iksha realizes that I am a weak girl. I don't have much self-confidence. I need to do something to get it right. There is no obligation coming from outside, okay? Then she can motivate herself saying, I must do this, right? Everybody, you understand the idea, I must do this. It means I think it is necessary for me. Nobody is asking me, nobody is forcing me, but I think it will be the right thing to do. Strongly believe it is the right thing to do. I must travel alone. Everybody, are you with me on this? You understand? You're with me? You don't understand? Please let me
Yes,
know.
sir.
This is why we are going slow because again, many of you guys have never done the elementary course. You haven't never developed the habit of learning English the way you should. So it is a bit difficult for me and for you both. I understand. And that's why I'm being patient. I'm going slow. I'm not really rushing through things. Okay. Have to हम लोगों ने पढ़ा. Many people, it is possible, would think have to. ये क्या है? बहुत आसान है. हम सारे बच्चे बोलते हैं, छोटे बच्चे बोलते हैं. I have to go. मुझे जाना है. Yeah, right. But here, the purpose of this unit is to help you become able to speak have to in different tenses. Okay. Video. Recording is on. The recording is on. Yes, thank you for reminding anyway. So, fine. अच्छा डॉली, try and say this one. आजकल मुझे सवेरे उठना पड़ रहा है.
सर आजकल की मीनिंग क्या है?
You can say these days. You can say these days.
These days I have to wake up early.
Well, again, if you
These
want,
days I woke up early.
no. First was right. Second is absolutely
Okay.
wrong. First one was
Okay.
right. It would have been better. These days I'm having to wake up early. Now think about this. Why am I having to? Because I clearly told you, karna pad raha hai in dino, these days. It's a
Okay.
temporary thing. And when you express a temporary idea, then you use
We
the,
have to use ing.
yes, present continuous. I'm having to wake up early these days. These days I'm having to wake up early. मुझे कल ऑफिस नहीं जाना था, तो कल मुझे ऑफिस नहीं जाना था. इंग्लिश डॉली. Have to.
Yesterday, I had not to go. पता नहीं मेरा दिख-
Okay, relax, relax. Just listen
Uh,
carefully.
No,
I'm
no, no. Actually, my mind is not working. I woke up
just
right now. That's why I
a
think.
little bit distracted happens, okay? Disoriented. Disorientation is pretty common when you get up, okay? First 5-10 minutes, it's not easy to focus. But again, everybody, कल मुझे ऑफिस नहीं जाना था. How would you say, guys?
I didn't have to go to office
I didn't
yesterday.
have to go to office yesterday.
I didn't have to go to the office yesterday. I didn't
To
have
the
to go.
office yesterday.
So I decided to, okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to read the fact files. First fact file. This person's name is Amanda Foster.
Poster.
By the way, Foster has a meaning. You might have heard foster family, a family that looks after you, but they don't adopt you. They do not adopt you legally, but they look after you as parents, as guardians. They raise you, they bring you up. Okay. So you are a foster father, you are a foster mother. If you are looking after a child like your own child, but you're not legally adopting that child. So that's called being a foster father, being a foster mother, a foster son, a foster sister. You have no connection, nothing, not even legally, you have not adopted that child. It's just that you are looking after that child. Okay. Foster. From Essex. Where is she from? She's from England. Which part of England? From Essex. Okay.
Essex.
And okay, years in the business 25. Now, this is just a number, but we need a sentence. Amanda Foster has been a stunt woman for 25 years. Is that okay? Everybody? Years in the business 25 means she has been a stunt woman for 25 years. She has spent more than half of her life, as a stunt woman. Family, 3 children. She has 3 children, and she raised them alone. She's a single mother. A single mother is a mother who doesn't have the support of a man looking after the children, raising the children. Like Sushmita Sen is a single mother too. Do you know any other single mothers in your family? Someone who is raising children alone without the help of the husband?
Yes, sir, my bua.
Okay. Do you want to go a little bit in detail and tell us why does she have to be a single mother?
By the way, she is officially she is not a single mother, but my fufa, he doesn't do anything, and he
Mm.
didn't care about her. So she has 2 children, and we also help them. We give them some kind of support for their education, and
So your Bua's husband, what about
yeah,
him?
fufa. My
Mhm.
fufa, he lives in village and he don't do anything. But my fufa is living in Delhi and she's raising her child.
Okay, her 2 children. She's raising her 2 children on her
Yeah.
own. Okay. She's a single mother. Yeah. Credits include, now what does that mean? Credits include means what? She has worked in these films, right, everyone? Credits include here. It means she has worked in James Bond 007, Die Another Day, Die Another Day. And she doubled for
Illegal, very.
And she has also worked in A Night in Camelot, where she worked doubled for.
Sophie Goldberg.
Right. And in World War Z, she worked with Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Okay. And in the movie, the Harry Potter series movie Ninja Assassin, she doubled for Naomi
Naomi.
Harris. Okay. The other person, let's read the fact file for the other person. She is called Dinah Grant. She is from New Zealand. Both of them are English speaking women, native English speakers. She comes from Auckland in New Zealand, and she has spent a little less than Amanda,
Amanda.
but it's a significant part of her life. 22 years. She has spent 22 years as a stunt woman. And she has her husband in her family. And he's also a stunt man. His name is Dane Grant, and they have a son. She has worked in a lot of films, including Mad Max Fury Road, where she doubled for Charlize Theron. And then she also worked for The Chronicles of Narnia, which is a very, very famous movie. And there she doubled for Tilda Swinton. And then another very, very famous film for action, Xena, Warrior Princess. There she doubled for Lucy Lawless. What a name, Lucy Lawless.
Yeah. Lucy is a very fantastic movie on Netflix. You can go and watch.
I have already
It's a
seen that film.
masterpiece. Oh, have you watched already?
I've seen that film more than once, actually. It
Okay.
is so
Okay.
amazing.
Sir, have
I
you watched
also watched that
Frankenstein?
movie.
Sir, have you watched Frankenstein?
Come again?
Frankenstein.
Perhaps no.
Franke. It is a masterful movie, masterpiece,
Frankenstein.
and
You're,
it is
you're talking about Frank. Okay. Are you talking about Frankenstein?
Frankenstein. Yeah,
We
Okay.
have
Frankenstein
to
or
study
Frankenstein.
about that guy Frankenstein
Yes,
in
yes,
later chapter.
yes, yes, yes. Frankenstein.
Oh,
Yeah. Lovely movie. Lovely concept. No? We will
yeah,
have love.
actually, very new concept.
Mhm. There is a question to discuss why that book became an instant success and immediate success. Why people liked it so much. And I think I have a lot to say. Whenever people talk about evil, then I disagree with majority's opinion. Majority think that evil in us, is something that we choose or something, okay? But I am of the opinion that goodness or the evil side that we have no control over it. If you are controlling it, it is because it is controllable. And if you're not able to control it, it's because it is not controllable. That's it. Okay. You cannot, again, I don't want to take the legal responsibility away from people who are committing the crimes. But at the same time, I also believe that it could have been prevented if they had been taken to the right doctor at the right time. Okay, maybe not now. Maybe we haven't got those doctors everywhere who can understand such problems, in your brain that can, trigger you to become a criminal. But yeah, for majority of our existence, people have taught you dharma, adharma, right and wrong, good and evil. Okay, and they say that you were created that way. So that's why there is always punishment for the evil, not correction for the evil, punishment for the evil. Duryodhan was killed. Duryodhan was killed for insulting his bhabi. But today's modern science is independent, that doesn't want to follow and surrender to any sort of ideology and all. So they say, why did he do it? Why did you have to? Why did you have to insult that woman? He could have simply fought the guys, and why did he have to insult the woman? So people always ask questions why, and they try and go deeper and deeper and deeper and come up with answers that were sometimes in the past unimaginable. Anyways, let's not get there because it will kill our time, the whole time of class. So we will stay on the topic today. Now I'm going to, I don't know. You guys read the text? Okay, fine. Let's read with me first, and then we will look at the discussion part and the question answer. How did she become a stunt woman? Amanda had a difficult childhood. Some people are lucky, they have a very easy childhood, they have the love and support of her parents, they have a very affectionate parents, people who care about them in their house. And some children have difficult childhood. They never feel that love or don't feel that love for long in their lives. So Amanda had a difficult childhood, but she was always sporty. But she was always sporty. Interested in sports. Sporty means interested in sports. She was always sporty. For a while, she worked as a PE teacher. For some time, she worked as a PE teacher and a film extra. Then, in her late 20s, while working as an extra on the film Patriot Games with Harrison Ford, she heard someone say, look at this line. She heard someone say that there were no British black stunt actresses. Okay, she thought, great, I'll be the first. From this line, you can easily derive, okay, that this woman, Amanda, even if her picture was not here, okay, you could have easily concluded that she is a black woman, yeah. Because she heard someone say that there were no British black stunt actresses. No British black stunt actresses. So first noun, actresses, stunt actresses, black stunt actresses, British black stunt actresses. Okay. So the idea is like this. When you have multiple qualifiers for a noun, multiple adjectives for a noun, do you understand when I say qualifiers? Multiple adjectives for a noun, okay? The noun, sorry, give me a second. The adjectives which qualify the noun more closely stay closer to the noun, which is closer, identity, black or British. That she's black. That's a closer identity. That's why the word British is far away from the word actress. And the word black is closer. She's an actress who doesn't dance and do songs and stuff. She is a stunt actress. She does a stunt. So stunt is close to the word actress. And then what kind of stuff? What is her other identity? She's a black stunt actress. And then final, she's a British black stunt actress. So when you have to choose between different adjectives, the kind of sequence, sometimes it will be too difficult to get it right native-like. But mostly you have to just follow this formula. Something that qualifies it more strongly stays closer. Something that is a closer identity for that noun will stay closer. Okay, let's see. She thought, great, I'll be the first. Great, I'll be the first. Which celebrities has she worked with? She has doubled for. Now see, she has doubled for. If this was not the context, if I say I have doubled my bet, think about it, how words don't have a fixed meaning, which you have always tried to learn in your childhood. Always, always. All your lives you have done that. You guys have an English word, you want a Hindi for it. And when a teacher doesn't give that Hindi word, sometimes you feel dissatisfied. He doesn't teach properly. He doesn't give you the Hindi word. Giving you a Hindi word is not liberating you. It is more like shackling you, confining your imagination. I said, I double my bet. Here, double means I've increased the amount, right? It doubles the risk. Then you have increased the risk. But here she has doubled for some of the world's greatest stars. Are you talking about increasing something here? No. She has replaced them. She worked in their place on their behalf. She has she has done stunt actions for those people. She has doubled for some of the world's greatest stars. So do not learn the Hindi word when you learn in English. Don't take it from a teacher. Don't take it from a dictionary or a list. Ask yourself, in this context, which Hindi word suits this English word better? She has doubled for some of the world's greatest stars. Her first major role was 20 years ago. Her first major role was 20 years ago. She was working as a film extra, and then she decided to take up this new job of stunt actress when she found out that there were no British black stunt actresses. She thought, I am black, I'm British, I can do it. And she decided to become a stunt actress. Her first major role was 20 years ago. So you know that she has been a stunt woman in this field for 25 years. It means for the first 5 years, she did not get any big role, right? Major clearly means big, right? So her first major role was 20 years ago. When I read this way, I want you guys to just become comfortable with the language, okay? So again, some people are very smart. They read fast and still manage to analyze the text well enough, you know. Did you come to this conclusion while you were reading that the first 5 years of her stunt woman career was kind of slow, it was not going anywhere, you know, she was just getting small roles? Did you conclude that while you were reading? If you didn't, then what went wrong? Why couldn't you? Because you were reading too fast and you didn't give your mind enough time to make this observation from this line. Her first major role was 20 years ago. First 5 years, she didn't achieve much. Doubling for Whoopi Goldberg in A Night in Camelot. Now you know which was her first major role. It was in A Night in Camelot. And it was for Whoopi Goldberg, she was doubling. I was sword fighting, jumping over tables, she remembers. It was good fun. Jumping over tables. Can you picturize it? Jumping over tables. Okay. Trying to cross the table without touching it. Okay. Or just putting their hands on the table and jumping over. Okay. So jumping over tables. I was sword fighting. She remember it was good fun. Then she worked with Halle Berry in the Bond film Die Another Day. I think she's a big actress. I've heard this name multiple times, Halle Berry. One of her favorites. This movie is one of her favorites. Okay. She won an award for it. More recently, okay, she won an award for it. When she did this film and the film came out and she won an award for it. It's like, you know, sequence, okay, guys? She worked in this film. She worked with the girl, famous actress Halle Berry, and the film came out. Her action was so good that she won an award for it. Just continuation, okay? More recently, she did The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, another big name, and World War Z with Brad Pitt. She loved that. She had to jump on top of Brad and bite his face. Okay. In the film, what did she have to do? She had to jump on top of Brad. Yeah, go on. Any questions, anyone? and she had to bite his face. Okay. How do stunt doubles prepare for a film? Obviously, most stunts are dangerous, one way or another. Nice phrase, one way or another. Obviously, most stunts are dangerous one way or another. So they have to do a lot of preparation. मतलब कुछ ना कुछ तो सब में. This is what it means, right? One way or another means what? There is something dangerous about every stunt. Most stunts are dangerous one way or another. So they have to do a lot of preparation. They have to do a lot of preparation, both mental and physical. And the preparation is not just physical, it is mental as well. But they also have to learn special skills. Yeah, they do. They have to learn special skills. Amanda's skills include, learn this arrangement. Amanda's skills include all the skills that she knows. Some of them are gymnastics, trampolining, okay, motorcycle racing, and martial arts. Okay, so learn this arrangement. Amanda's skills include the languages he can speak include that A, French, B, Spanish, C, Italian, like this. Got it? So include, these things are part of that. Gymnastics, trampolining, motorcycle racing, martial arts are part. These are not the only 4 things she can do. She can do other things, including these 4 things, right? Amanda's skills include, also, you have to develop a good relationship with the star. You have to develop a good relationship with the star, so you need to be friendly, easygoing as well. Amanda says, I watch to see how they move. Dolly, I watch to see how they move. What is the difference between watch and see here? Please. I watch to see how they move. If you guys can't explain, no problems. Can you just make another similar sentence? I watch to.
It's like we are watching television, we are watching movie. It's like for a specific purpose we are watching something. But when we saw this, then it's not for any purpose. I think it could
Yeah,
be wrong.
yeah, no, absolutely correct. No, you're not wrong. Why do you think so? Okay.
I
So when you
I watch football matches to learn how to dribble someone else.
great. So when you watch, yeah, you have your focus, observation. Watch me. Suppose, watch me and learn, okay? Sometimes people say this to their opponents in a sport, watch me and learn. I'll teach you how it is done. Okay. So watch, okay. Intent, focus, watch. Sometimes to keep an eye, I'm watching you, okay. Watch over this child. He's very, very, mischievous. Okay. Next. Where were we? Yeah. I watch to see how they move. The viewer has to believe that you are the star. So what's her intention? She observes, she looks at them. Okay, yeah, okay. You move this way, you move your hand this way. So she watches to see how they move. The purpose is to observe how they move. Okay. I observe how they move. Remove watch to see and put I observe how they move, right? Okay. I watch to see how they move. The viewer has to believe that you are the star. Yeah, exactly. When we watch a movie where there is an action scene, we need to believe that the action being performed is by the star, not by a stunt double. if we get it clearly, suppose they don't really match the star's movements or the physique, the height, and everything else, appearance, physical width and all those things, then we will feel bad that it is not the actor who is doing it. We want to believe, at least while we are watching the movie, that the actor is doing it. Of course, at the back of our mind, we know it is not the actor. But in that moment, we want to believe that it is the actor. Then it kind of, it will otherwise create a different kind of a feeling, like you will be disassociated with that character, if somebody else is doing it. And that will not be good for the movie, obviously. Okay. I'm trying to, say something which is obvious and easy to understand for you all, why it is necessary. The viewer has to believe that you are the star. Next, has she been injured much? Experience, has she been injured much? Many times. We don't talk about that stuff, says Amanda. Yeah. So, yeah, she has been injured many times, but they don't talk about injuries and all. It's a seriously risky job to do, obviously. She doesn't like to talk about her worst injury. Sometimes some people don't want to talk about things which will not make them happy. It is part of their personality. It is the way they are. On the other hand, some people, overcome those bad experiences and talk about them freely because it doesn't really bother them as much. Just different personalities. She's someone who doesn't like talking about her worst injury. It means she doesn't want to perhaps think maybe it will make her nervous doing another stunt or what, I don't know. All I can say, the only thing I can say, all here means the only thing. All I can say is that as long as I leave a day's work in my own car and I don't have to leave in an ambulance, it's been a good day. See how low her expectations are. No matter how many cuts she's got on her hands and her legs, as long as she doesn't have to go to the hospital in an ambulance, as long as she is leaving her work in her own car, she's fine. She's not complaining. She would say it's been a good day. So small injuries, she doesn't even count them, right? She says part and parcel of the job. You can't really complain about them. So yeah. And we people, when we get a small cuts, we talk about it for 2 days. To every person we know, we message them, hey, you know what happened today? Okay. Uh, you know what? When I was growing up, I noticed a few things about my papa and about my mom, and things that I didn't like very much. Okay. My father had this habit of whenever somebody asked him about his well-being, first of all, I remember him as a very young and strong man when I was a kid. I remember hanging on his biceps with, like he would just do this, and I would go on one side of his biceps, and my brother would go on the other side, and he would make us swing. Okay. So he was clearly a strong man. We were small kids. And then I remember the other, you know, personality of my father when I was a teenager. He had problems. He had health issues. He could not really do anything physically challenging, difficult. So whenever my relatives, my mama ji or anyone came to my house and my father visited, they asked, how's your health now? My papa would go in detail. He would go in detail talking about his illness. This happens, that happens. And I would, as a teenager, I would feel like, come on, you don't have to give so many details. Another thing. My mom, she had some massage, oats, I think they're called, on her face. So I was thinking, because I often got a lot of, what do you call them? Pimples on my face. So I thought, am I going to grow up and have those, oats on my face as well, just like my mom? I didn't want to. My mom is a pretty woman, very beautiful, but she had those things, okay, here and there, and some marks as well on her face. So I thought maybe I would develop those when I am in my 40s. I've always had this fear. Then my father's, I told you, he was a strong man and then he became very physically weak. Then I've also living with this fear that maybe I will suddenly, because I've also been very healthy and strong most of my life until my 30s. I was a strong man actually. And then I thought maybe I would also become like that. So I kind of keep observing myself. Am I going down that line? Am I the one who also talks a lot about my health problems when somebody inquires about my health? And I watch out, that I don't give too many details. But I feel that I have the urge to talk more. So it's like, taking after your parents, being like them. So, yeah. You can, I don't know whether you guys do these things or not, observe yourself like this, compare yourself with your parents and look at the good things and bad things about yourself, and then look at your parents and see, hey, I get this from my father, I get this from my mom. Do you make this observation a lot or not? I do this a lot. I always try to understand why the way I am the way I am, in which of my qualities are from my father and which of my qualities or bad qualities are from my mom or my dad, things like this. Anyways, the viewer has to believe that you are the star. Has she been injured much? Many times we don't talk about that stuff, says Amanda. It's a seriously risky job to do. She doesn't like to talk about her worst injury. All I can say is that okay, as long as you are doing your job honestly, you don't need to worry about anything. It means this is the condition. As long as you are indisciplined, you will not get any punishment. As long as there's a condition. This continues, this happens, the other thing will happen. As long as I live, I will love you. As long as I live, I will love you. Understand? As long as I live, means this is the condition. If I live, I love you. Okay? Means the second thing will stop when the first thing stops. As long as you are sending your monthly installments, my mouth is shut. The day you stop sending the monthly installments, I will go to the media. Okay, as long as, got it? Condition. Long as I leave a day's work in my car, in my own car, and I don't have to leave in an ambulance, it's been a good day. So she doesn't really have big expectations, okay, that now I don't have to get this injury or don't have to get that injury. Oh, sorry, I mustn't get this injury, mustn't get that injury. A few cuts and bruises are absolutely fine with her. She just doesn't want to go to hospital. She doesn't want to have to go to hospital. Then she would consider it a bad day, maybe. Final word. Amanda is doing very well for someone who spent their childhood in children's homes. Now, what does this mean? We read that her childhood wasn't very easy. Amanda is doing very well for someone who spent their childhood in children's homes. She spent her childhood in children's homes. There are children's homes, children who do not have parents or their parents have refused to look after them, take care of them. Then they end up in these orphanages, children's home, old age homes. Okay, so she spent her childhood in children's home. Amanda is doing very well for someone who spent their childhood in children's homes. Try and understand. I've taught you, okay? For a 10-year-old child, she is very, very, clever. It means we are looking at her from this angle that she is only 10 years old. We are keeping this in mind, and then we are looking at her intelligence. She is very intelligent for a 10-year-old child. Now, she's pretty dumb for a 15-year-old child. She knows nothing. She's pretty dumb for a 15-year-old child. So a 15-year-old girl should know a lot more than she knows. So this is the standard to measure, okay? We are comparing her to. Okay. So for someone who spent their childhood in children's homes, tell me, most children who spend their childhood in children's homes, what kind of future they have? What kind of life they spend? Not very good life, right? They struggle. They get small jobs. They don't get much better, much good. Their education is not very good, and stuff like that. So if you keep that in mind, that she spent her childhood in children's homes, then she's doing very well. Keeping that in mind from that perspective. She had three children. Okay, and another thing, Anne had three children by the age of 21. Now think about it. A woman who had three children by the age of 21. Now, what do you expect from them? Most of those women, girls, who spend their childhood in children's homes, we are talking about England, Western countries where things are different, You live in a children's home and you're a girl, you will get addicted to maybe smoking, drugs, then you might start selling your body, for fulfilling your, needs and stuff. And these things happen. Sometimes you fall in love with the wrong people, you bear their children, and your life gets off the track, totally. Right. It starts to go in the wrong direction. All these things happened for her. She was a mother of three children by the age of 21. So if you keep those things in mind, then you can understand she has done very well in her life. They are grown up now and very proud of their mother. She says about the job, I'll keep going until my body won't allow me to. As long as, can you give me a few examples with as long as, because unless I feel confident you understood that, I cannot explain the last line. As long as.
As long as you teach us, we gain our confidence.
Okay, try and go something more natural, something more common, something more ordinary, typical. Keep going, guys. Everybody, try and give a sentence. I can't hear you, Alexander.
I will be with him as long as he
Stays loyal.
as long as he stays loyal.
Are you
As
sure?
long as you are teaching, I am.
Yes, sir, I'm sure.
You're not gonna forgive his mistakes?
I don't know. It depends on the mistakes also.
You said that.
Sir, he can. He can't do any mistakes, but he can't cheat or he has to be loyal. But he can make some other mistakes, but he can't
If
cheat or disloyal.
all men and all women had put this condition on themselves, you would see a lot more orphans in the world today. You would see a lot more children suffering. When a man or a woman shows a big heart, again, I'm not trying to belittle the pain they get when somebody cheats on you, okay? But I'm just telling you consequences of the decision you guys make. You guys means people, not women, men and women both, okay? And it is often seen that in families where there are children, couples are more tolerant of each other's mistakes. And when they have no children, they kind of don't tolerate. Another point is, if you are not married, you are more likely to not forgive each other's mistakes because there is less on the line. The stakes are not that high. But once you're married to each other, men and women both tend to forgive each other's mistakes more than they do otherwise when they're not married. Because again, stakes are much higher when they're married. And when they have children, the stakes are even higher. And that's why. So like I said, yeah, great. Definitely. Why be ready to forgive people? But again, this is also side. Like the other day, you were just having a discussion about different perspectives. So it is also a perspective. If men and women don't forgive each other for their mistakes, be more children on the road, without parents. Okay, go on, people.
As long as you are teaching English, I am confident.
Okay, that I will learn.
Yeah, anyone can learn.
Okay, okay.
As
Thank you.
as long as Pakistan is our neighbor, we have to spend more money on our defense system.
We will never have peace. As long as Pakistan is our neighbor, we are not going to have peace.
As long as I remember, she was my best friend.
You are using a different as long as, not this as long as. I told you it is as a condition. It was a
Okay.
condition, wasn't it? It was a condition, right? As long as I'm breathing, I will not forgive you. As long as I have money,
I will
I'm
not
not
forgive you.
going to.
You
Go
you
on.
can go out as long as you finish your homework.
Again, Anshu, you can go out as long as you have what?
You-
Yeah, not that, Anshu. Not
As
that.
long as corruption will be going in India, India will not develop more.
Uh,
Wow, Zumi.
you can give you can go out as long as you finish your homework.
Okay. Good. I understand your point. As long as you finish your homework, okay, you can go out. Remember, in
Go
this,
out.
as long as, usually, again, it can be about repeated action as well. As long as something happens, it happens, and the other thing also continues. Okay, as long as you finish your homework on time, I will never stop you from going out. I'm just improving your sentence natural, I'm making it more natural. Your sentence was right. As long as you're doing your homework on time, I'm not stopping you from going out to play. The day you will not do your homework, I will not allow you to go out. That's the point here. As long as you're doing your homework on time, you have my freedom, my permission to go out and play. No problems. You have all the freedom. Good example. Atul Babu, example.
Sir, we can say like this also. As long as you can't finish your homework, you are not allowed to go out. You can't go out.
No. Keep it positive. Keep it positive. As long as something happens. इसीलिए तो मैंने कहा था कि मैं अगला नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा unless you guys give me examples of this.
As long as you eat healthy, you will be fit.
बहुत अच्छा अंकुश. As long as you eat healthy, you will be fit. Atul, are you not there, Atul?
I'm here, sir.
Then why are you off camera? And why didn't you respond to my calling, the first time? Between a teacher and a student,
As
the
long as it is raining, I will not go out.
great, Simran. The rain has to stop, then you will go out, okay? Very good. Okay. I was just responding to Atul and to all the people. I want to say this. You want a good relation with your teacher, you have to show sincerity in the class. The teacher loves and respects those children who are sincere in the class. Remember that. When you become a teacher, you will also behave the same way. You will only value those people who are more sincere, doing their work properly. Go on, Atul, give an example.
Sir, I think he is in bathroom.
I don't want to assume anything. Go ahead, Atul. Yeah, Atul is your name. Why do you have to confirm it? Atul, I can see you. What you do?
As long as you teach us, we will speak English.
And if I stop teaching, then you will stop speaking.
No, sir.
This is what you said. As long as you beat us, we will behave ourselves. What does it mean? That we will stop behaving ourselves if you stop beating us. Because one action stops, the other automatically stops.
No, sir.
Atul. I
Yes.
want you to be more in the class, more involved in the class, Atul. I know you have the capabilities, okay? It's never about your aptitude. It's always about your attitude. Aptitude means क्षमताएं. Attitude means ravaiya. Atul is an intelligent boy, but I have been punishing him these days because his attitude needs to improve. और बेटा बता देता हूं, अगर मैं अपने एक्सपेक्टेशन नीचे कर लूं तो ये सबसे बड़ा लॉस है तुम्हारे लिए. होता है ना कि अरे ये यही 30% में रहने वाला, ये 80% पे रहने वाला है, छोड़ो यार इसको मत, इसमें मत मेहनत करो. Then it will be a big loss for you. Okay? So if I'm pushing you, then just respond to me positively. Very good, Zafri. As long as I'm fit, I'll play cricket. Lovely, Zafri. And the same goes about me. As long as my body allows me to play cricket, I will play cricket. सब लोग समझिए. खुशी बेटा.
Sir, as long as I'm trying, I won't give up.
Very good. As long as you're trying, you have not lost. As long as you're trying, you haven't lost. As long as you repeated action. As long as you, any repeated action, guys.
As long as we learn civic sense, outsider don't stop bullying us.
As long as we
Learn civic sense, outsider won't stop bullying us.
No, you are wrong here. One thing is the condition, and the other thing will happen because of this. You are going absolutely wrong. Opposite. Look, as long as you behave yourself, as long as Indian men behave themselves online, India will have a good reputation. Indian men will stop, okay? Then India's reputation will also suffer. As long as BCCI spends money on finding talent, India will continue to dominate world cricket. One condition continues, the other thing result will continue. As long as the BCCI spends its revenue, its money on finding talent in small parts of it, India will continue to dominate. See, last 10, 15 years, India have dominated the world cricket, right? Why is that? Because now we are finding talent from 140 crore people. Earlier, we were looking for talent from out of those 30, 40 crore people who lived in cities, big cities, and those big places. They were not going to those remote areas, villages to find talent. Now BCCI has a much better network and what do you call it, infrastructure to find talent. So as long as मतलब समझ में आ रहा है दोस्तों?
Sir, as long as we behave with people nicely, we will get respect. Is it right, sir?
Absolutely, absolutely. क्योंकि ये कंटिन्यू होगा, वो भी कंटिन्यू होगा, है ना? यही है point.
Yeah, sir. Yes.
As we behave nicely with people, we will get respect.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
As long as you work hard, you will get success.
थोड़ा सा you okay, fine, you're right, ठीक है. इसमें क्या है ना कि एक चल रहा है तो दूसरा भी चल रहा होता है, ये नहीं कि इसके बाद होता है, ये नहीं होता है,
Okay.
इसके साथ साथ हो रहा होता है, ये हो रहा है, ये भी हो रहा है, ये भी हो रहा है, ये रुकेगा, ये रुक जाएगा।
As long as you play outdoor games, you will stay fit.
Like that.
Got it.
Say it in हिंदी, जो आपने बोला, आपने अपनी बात बोली, अपनी बात को खाली हिंदी में बोलो।
जब तक आप आउटडोर गेम खेलते रहिएगा, आप फिट रहिएगा।
वेरी गुड। अंशिका।
As long as I am alive, I will never forget the character of Andres Muhals in Section E.
Wow. As long as she's alive, she will never forget the character of who?
Andres Muhals. He's a Philippines actor.
A Filipino actor. He's a
Yeah,
Filipino?
yeah, Filipino actor.
Right. Um, People from Philippines are called Filipino. Just like India, people from India are called Indian. Similarly. Very good, Zafri. As long as I'm alive, I won't drink alcohol. Very good, Zafri. Not even once. Not even once, Zafri. You don't want the taste of it. You don't want the taste of alcohol? I want to
Sir,
taste.
Sir,
as
actually it's
long
banned.
as
अरे यार, ban in Bihar ना.
No, in their religion.
Ah, ah, Why do we have to bring religion everywhere? Can't we think independently for 1 second?
sir, as
Ah,
long as I live in this, I will take care of my Abby.
As long as you,
As long as I will be in this, I will take care of my Abby.
sorry, maybe I'm not catching the word you're saying. Could you type that for me?
Yeah.
Hmm?
As long as I will be in this, it means
Will
in my college.
be
In
in?
this. This
Acha,
is
acha.
my college.
Aha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay, okay. TIS. As long as you are in TIS. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I will take care of my Abby.
You'll take care of your Abby. What's your Abby?
She is a dog. And she is my best friend.
So you are on purpose dropping information. Look, communication is skill failure, not like if you're doing it on purpose to take make fun of me, then fine. But if you didn't realize that I will have trouble understanding you, communication failure. Look, how would anybody know Abby is your dog? How would anyone? So you should say, as long as again, grammatical error, I am in TIS, not I will be, okay? As long as I am in TIS, I will take care of my dog, Abby. Now, see how easy it becomes? You just put the word dog and then say Abby. I will take care of dog, Abby, my dog, okay? But if you just leave, I will take care of Abby, then it's kind of very difficult for us to understand what Abby, who, Abby, what, okay? Got it. Abby, my dog, Abby, like that. Guys, practice more, read the text. I'll share today's class recording, okay? And I want you to maybe watch if you can find time and if you feel the need to. I'm definitely going to upload today's video, okay? And I hope that on Monday we have another productive day like today, okay? Good luck, everyone.
Good night, sir. Bye,
Keep
sir.
Bye
you.
bye, sir.
Bye.
Good
Good night,
night.
sir.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, sir.